Tonight, 9 months after Natalie Holloway disappeared, we appear no closer to knowing her fate. We sat down with Joran Sloot, who remains a suspect in the case, and talked to him about the night Natalie disappeared. What's the driving age here?
The driving age is 18.
So did any of your classmates, I take it your classmates at the international school didn't have driver's license?
You know, a couple kids in my class, because I was a senior year, a couple kids of them had a driver's license, but not all of them.
So when you're walking from the Holiday Inn to the McDonald's, you make a phone call. Deepak says you'll go out. Did he make sort of the plans how you're going to, where he's going to pick you up because you didn't want your father to know?
Mm-hmm. No, I have an apartment in my house, so it's like kind of away from the house. And I called him. He just came into my room with his brother. I didn't know at that point his brother was coming with him, but he came at that point in my room with his brother, and I was just bringing out some work for school the next day that I had to hand in. And I just finished that up, so I came into my room and then they were there.
So they came through the gate? I mean,
they just walked through the gate and went into my room.
They didn't drive through the gate, so your father wouldn't have noticed that?
Oh, no, whenever friends come by, they park their car right outside the house.
So about what time do you think or estimate that they arrived at your house?
Probably, I don't know, 11:45 to 12.
How far away does Deepak live from you?
About 20 minutes, I think.
By car? By car. From your house, if you were driving from your house to Carlos and Charlie's, about how long does that take?
About 15 minutes, I think.
Did you tell Deepak that night that you'd met these?
Yeah, I told him that's exactly what I told him. I told him I met a couple girls and they asked if I wanted to go out. So that's what I plan to do.
Tell them anything else about the girls, whether or not they thought they'd be fun or they'd be something that Deepak might want to hook up with or Satish might want to hook up with? No details?
No details.
When they picked you up, did you go straight from your home to Carl's and Charlie's?
When they picked us, we went straight to Carl's and Charlie's.
When you arrived at Carl's and Charlie's, any idea about what time it is?
It was probably 12:15, I think. 12:30 maybe.
How late does it stay out there?
That night it was open till 1 a.m.
Is that usual? I mean,
during weekdays it's open till 1 a.m. Yeah.
And were the girls from Mountainbrook already there?
They were already there. I walked in. When I walked in, I saw one of them on the left-hand side, and she said hi, and I said hi back. And then I walked in with them, and was going to go to the bar with them and get a drink. And that's when I walked in, I saw Natalie was standing on the dance floor. She was dancing, and she screamed at me to go dance with her. She was dancing on the stage. There's like a podium there.
Did she know your name? She knew you well enough to know your name at that point?
No, I don't think she knew my name. She just screamed to me to go dance with her. And at that point, I didn't. I went to go get a drink with Deepak and Satish.
The one that you sat next to that you thought was attractive at the casino, did you see her there?
No, I saw one of her friends there.
So she never appeared any place that you remember that night?
No, maybe that I did see her, but I don't think I spoke to her.
We went up to the bar, got a drink. What were you drinking?
A yard. It's a drink you can get there. And that's what we got.
So it's drink number 2, separated by several hours.
Yeah.
What happened next with the...
So next we walked down again to the stage, and we were just looking at people, and people were dancing on stage. And then again she said to me that she told me to go dance with her, and I said no.
Yes.
Sometimes, yeah, but not really dancing. Not really a dancing person. And then she came down off the stage and grabbed me by my hand and said, "Come with me." And she took me to the bar, which is on the left-hand side. And she jumped on the bar. So sitting on the bar.
Sitting or lying down?
I'm sitting first, and then she said, "Yeah, you're gonna take a belly shot off me."
What is that?
It's just something. A jelly shot's what you put on your belly button, or a body shot, I mean. And then you take it off of the belly button.
And you did that?
I did that.
What was that? What were you drinking then in the shot? Do you remember?
I don't have no clue what it is.
Is there a way to describe her? I mean, whether she seemed or appeared to be, drinking, she seemed to be drunk?
No, she'd been drinking, but she wasn't drunk. I mean, she knew what she was doing. And all the people there were drinking as well. I mean, that's normal when you go out and to have a drink with your friends.
Any interest in her at that point?
At that point, when she got my hand and took me to the bar, yeah.
So what happened next?
So next, she said, "Okay, so let's take another shot," is what she told me. So she wanted to take a shot with me, but it was probably close to 1 a.m. there then, and the bar was closing. So I said, "Okay, well, we can go to the other bar." And then I asked her, "What do you want to drink?" And she's like, "Whatever." So she said, "Yeah." She said, "What do you suggest?" And I said, Bacardi 151, because that's a shot I normally take with my friends. And we took a shot together, and after that, we just were talking a while, and I saw Satish, and Satish said, "Let's go." And then Deepak, I don't know where he was. They didn't see him in Carson Charlie's after that.
How old is Satish at this point?
How old is he?
Yeah, how old is he then at this night?
I think he was 18 or 19, I don't know.
So he's an adult, so I mean, legally can drink. Satish can.
Yeah.
Was he drinking?
The only drink I seen him see was that one drink we got together.
Could you feel the alcohol at this point?
No, not at all.
At any time throughout the night, could you feel the alcohol at all?
No.
How tall are you?
Probably 6'4" or 6'3".
How much do you weigh?
220, I think.
I see big.
Mm-hmm.
Joran van der Sloot says he first met Nellie Holloway and her friends at the Holiday Inn Excelsior Casino. Their paths crossed again later that night. And here's more of our unedited interview with Joran. About what time did you walk out of the Holiday Inn Casino for the evening?
I don't remember exactly what time it was.
Can you give me an estimate?
It's probably 10, I think. 9, 10.
And they were already gone at that point, you remember?
Yeah, they were sitting in a bar behind the casino.
And where did you go when you left the casino?
And I called another friend of mine and asked him if he wanted to go out. And he said he had to work the next day, so he couldn't go out. And at that point, I called my dad and asked him if he could pick me up. And he said he'd pick me up at McDonald's. So I walked over to the McDonald's where he picked me up and took me home.
So it's a cell phone call to your house?
Yeah, cell phone call to my house.
Any reason why at McDonald's? Did you get something to eat?
Yeah, because I wanted to get something to eat too. I hadn't eaten anything, so I got something to eat at the McDonald's.
How far is the walk from Holiday Inn to McDonald's about?
5 minutes, probably.
So we got to McDonald's. Was your father already there, or did you wait for him?
No, he wasn't there yet. I got something to eat, and while I was eating it, he arrived.
Any idea what time he arrived?
No, probably 10 minutes after I called him, 20 minutes after I called him.
At the point where you called him, were you intending to go to Carl's and Charlie's at that point? Had you made up your mind?
Yeah, I'd made up my mind that I was going to go there. And I'd also made up my mind that I wasn't going to tell him that I was going to go there because I know he would have said no. He would have said that I couldn't go. So I made up my own mind that I was going to go out without him knowing.
How were you going to do that? Did you, at that point, call anybody else besides the one friend who turned you down?
Then walking, when I kept walking, I called Deepak and I asked him if he wanted to go out, and he said sure. Sure, I'd like to go out. I don't have to work the next day till 3 in the afternoon, so of course.
How old is Deepak, and much older is he than you are?
Deepak's 21.
How do you know him?
I met him a long time ago through a friend of mine, and since then we've been friends, never best friends or anything like that. But we hung out together, and sometimes we went out together and stuff like that.
What's a long time ago to you? In terms of you're only 17 at this point, so what's a long time ago?
From that point, that day, I think 2 months earlier, I met him.
So he's a friend of 3 months?
Yeah, 3 or 4 months. Yeah.
Did you know Satish at that point?
No, I met Deepak first, and then I met Satish.
But you knew Satish before that night?
Before that night, I met him before, yeah. So
where'd you ever gone with Deepak? I mean, what kind of stuff did you guys do? How well you know him?
We hung out together sometimes. We'd go out to Carson and Charlie's together sometimes, but I don't know him that well.
Did he go to school there?
No, he didn't go to school.
So he wasn't a classmate?
No, he wasn't a classmate.
And neither was Satish?
No.
Do you know where they went to school?
Yeah, they went to a local school, and I went to the international school here.
Did Deepak had a job a year ago? Where was he working?
He was working at an internet cafe.
Had you ever called him sort of late at night or 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night before and said, let's go out?
Yeah, I've done that before, because I don't have a car, I didn't have a driver's license, and I'm not allowed to drive. So if I want to go out, I'm dependent on friends that, that have a car, so I'd give them a call sometimes, or another friend of mine, like, let's go out.